Alright guys, welcome back to the channel Techado again, and this video is totally about Solana. And yes, I know that it's an old news that Solana dipped from a very like a high price to a very lower price right now, and everybody should be talking about Solana, everybody should be thinking about Solana. But before we jump in, there are some facts that need to be straightened out for you so that you can help think about Solana and decide this for yourself, whether it is good or not. Now, for myself, I know Solana's potential. I've seen potential. There's a lot of projects that I am involved in, also support Solana, and there is no way that Solana cannot make a comeback. 100% Solana can make a comeback. But it all depended upon Solana's heavy investment into FTX and buying that exchange's token, and how FTX actually literally crashed not only a lot of its holders, but also it took down like Solana and its investors also. So let's go ahead and watch this really quick, just to refresh your memory. I know it's been a month, but I didn't want to like make this video then and there when it actually happened. I wanted to wait a little bit, make some reports that are coming up. Better is that you watch CoinDesk. CoinDesk gives you literally very good very good information and stuff like that. So let's go to CoinDesk right now, and in CoinDesk, let's go ahead and see. Actually, there is a thing out here also, but in CoinDesk we can see this guy actually made it, like ruined everything for us. So obviously Solana, it's a popular search. This was done on December 23, and basically what happened was that almost 98% of Solana's like tokens and everything just fell down to its bottom, to be honest, and 210 million from its peak of 10.17 billion dollars, which is November 2021. And that crash actually revealed how Solana was tied financially to FTX and Alameda Research, and it has approximately 3.43 million FTT tokens. As a matter of fact, while I'm reading this article and showing you this article, I was planning to invest on FTT tokens, and I was planning this on September and October because it was available in crypto.com and Coinbase and other exchanges. So I was like, should I get some FTT tokens? Because as far as US goes, FTX was on the news 24/7. All the athletes were there, they were heavily promoting FTX and everywhere, because FTX had a really good reputation in US as an exchange. If not, they were probably competing Binance at a point. We all know that Binance had some hands into this whole crash also, because that was revealed, and it was all argument between two partners that actually led FTX to literally dive into the ground, took everybody's money down, because they were trying to bail out a part of FTX's like token and everything, which was owned by somebody else who was a part of Binance. And to bail that out, it was just a whole lot of mess. There was no good bookkeeping system, like nobody knew how to manage assets. And apparently in a video, actually, as a matter of fact, in YouTube, when you would hear the hearings about Sam Bankman-Fried, it was said that they were using QuickBooks to maintain their asset. QuickBooks, a multi-billion-dollar company, using QuickBooks to maintain assets. Like, really, this is how we go for. But let's come back to the point, which is Soulcraft, which is Solana. Yep. So games like this, which is Soulcraft, also NFTs like this, guys. which is by youths, or you can say DGods also. DGods is a very, very big name in NFT world, because DGods, one of the most expensive NFTs in Solana chain, to be honest. And now they were beginning to, like in the beginning, they did post in their Discord they might want to switch from Solana chain to Polygon or Ethereum. I do not know about that, but I'm going to keep a keen eye on DGOT, whether they're switching from Solana to Ethereum or not, because if that happens, then you have to understand that once you see bigger projects like this move away from their mother chain, that's where you know that you need to be very cautious moving into that particular chain. So do keep in mind that DGods is one of their biggest projects that is on the chain. If they move, there will be again another dip. So these are certain clues that you can get to invest, reinvest, or move your assets, kind of a thing. So always keep all of these stuff, that how is Solana, which projects are based on Solana, which projects are making more money in that particular chain. If they move, you follow the movement and all that stuff. So DGods is still there right now. It's at 7.99. As a matter of fact, it was very hard for me to see that step in, which was also one of the bigger projects, is now suffering. Now these shoes are not even have any value. They were selling for 1 Sol, now they're selling for 60 GMT. And if you want to know price, GMT is 26 cents. So 1 GMT is 26 cents. 65 GMT is not much. 0.26 multiplied by 65, you're looking $16 a shoe. These shoes, when we bought it, I think it was like $50, $60. So they've not dropped in value. They just switched from Solana to GMT. And people are doing this because they do not want to keep their assets in Solana. They want to lock it in GMT and later on convert them to Solana. Exactly the same thing that happened to Harmony Network. So happened to Harmony One on Avalanche Network, where Harmony One was literally deleted of all their accounts and stuff like that. So this is a sign that people are a little bit on the edge about Solana as of right now. And these are small clues that you can understand if you have like a multi-asset kind of investment here and there. So right now, Solana is having a very good record of its 24-hour sale volume, but this should not matter or not. What you should notice is what is its lowest. On the lowest of the low, it's 8.3. That's $8.28. You could have made a lot just by buying $8 and selling it at 14. But remember this, every time you trade, if you are not trading and if you're not buying stuff and holding it for at least a year or so, you get taxed heavily. So you do have to keep taxes in your mind, whichever country you're watching this video from. You have to be very thorough about the taxes. So is Solana a good coin to hold for a whole year? Very hard to say. Facts show that Solana is a very, very good token to hold on to. This is not Solana's fault that Solana took a dump because of their ties with FTX. To be honest, a lot of people had FTT tokens in FTX that were heavily invested into FTX. This is something, I would say that exchanges, fights with exchanges, trying to prove dominance, trying to take each other down to show that their exchange is better. And the main fight was between Binance and FTX, because these were the two bigger exchanges that were fighting with each other. And also the fault was 100% for Sam Bankman-Fried, who could not, in the coming 4 or 5 years, could not figure out how to bail himself out of the situation where 20 or 30% of their exchange was owned by, a CEO or somebody from Binance. Why would you do that? So it's all about how you are lending your money and how, whom you are lending it to, how you are tying it to. Solana's fault again was that Solana heavily trusted, FTX. And since they heavily trusted FTX and they did not split or manage their ways in a different way, and it's basically one string falls and everything falls. It's like a string of pearls. You break the pearls necklace and you move the string and all the pearls fall apart. It's the same thing, to be honest. 100% from the channel Techado, I would definitely say Solana is worth to watch. So keep an eye on Solana. Keep an eye on big projects, what is happening to them. Should you be in the Solana chain? 100%, because is it a long-term kind of a thing? Probably. I would not say that it is 100% because you never know where it is going. 2023 has just begun and I'm being optimistic out here. But definitely worth to look at, definitely worth to investigate. The rest depends upon your knowledge, your skills and all that stuff. So what you want to, my clue and my hint is that look into Solana, look into Solana's price drops, look into different projects that are in Solana, be versed with the news in the market, follow CoinDesk and other articles that gives proper information rather than getting information from here and there. And that will be all. Good night. Take care. Stay safe, stay sane, and wishing you a very, very happy new year. For those who didn't watch my older videos, which were about PEGAXY and Sunflower Land. Goodbye.